Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola, Louisiana Lottery, Cox Communications, Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana, McLean Financial Group, Communities of Color Network, the Louisiana Campaign for a Tobacco-Free Louisiana, and Jerry Lane Enterprises. Hello and welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. We come to you each week from the End Zone Daiquiris and Bar located at 6224. Come out, join us Monday nights about 7 o'clock. We shoot the show and afterwards we can talk a little Jaguar football. Coach, before we get into football, we got to talk about life. I'd like to wish condolences to the family of Dre Joseph. They had an unfortunate situation this weekend. And again, condolences to the Joseph family. All right, did that. Coach, jumping into football, another solid win over Mississippi Valley. 44-13 at A.W. Mumford Stadium Saturday night. Coach, the Delta Devils came out. They punched us in the mouth with 2 quick touchdowns, but soon enough, the Jaguars hit their stride and put the Devils away.
Well, Zach, I really thought it was going to be that kind of football game. Coach Comegy is a great coach, have his football team prepared, and our guys are just living in the moment. There's some great guys to work with. They understand our process. They understand where we at in the process. And we've been together for 2 years with these guys, and this senior class had an outstanding day of willing us to victory and playing really a complete game for the Jaguars.
Coach, it was senior night, and one senior had a super special night. Linebacker, fullback, Brian McCain. He scored 2 touchdowns and got a sack on defense. It's got to be great to have seniors like Brian McCain.
Well, that's Zach. He sacrificed coming over the defense, and they needed him on offense. Got a chance to score him a couple of touchdowns, had a sack. But it's just great to see him grow. I've been able to watch him and watch him become a leader of this football team. And he was a captain that missed all last year, so he didn't get a chance to be a part of the journey. And I know that's what's motivating him this year, and it's great for us to have him as our leader.
Well, let's jump into highlights, Coach, and show the folks what happened in the first half of the game. Coach, your defense comes out with 2 sacks, one by Molly, one by Brian McCain, who we just talked about. You really, really got to love that as a defensive coordinator.
Well, exactly. Anytime you can get out to the quarterback and get sacks, I really call it the best play in football.
Their quarterback, Peterson, takes one in from 9 and gets the scoring started. They're up. Coach, another young man that we've talked about week in, week out is Leonard Tillery. You saw him run for 10. Then you see, unfortunately, we fumbled the ball. But, Leonard Tillery has really given you a great year himself, huh?
Well, exactly. He's closing in on 1,000 yards, which I think is the first time since maybe 03 that's happened. And, I'm excited for him, offensive line, the whole offensive unit, Coach Germany, Coach Berry. Those guys do an outstanding job of getting game plans ready.
That fumble turns into another touchdown for the Mississippi Valley Delta Devils. They're up 13-0. And then, of course, the Jaguars start to hit their stride, Coach. Coach, 13-0, you're down. What do you say to your kids as that game starts? Just play your ball game?
Well, no, we just told them that, it's unfortunate that we had a fumble, 3rd and 30, they get a first down. But I think at the end of the day, we stay positive. We're a positive group, and we understand what we got to do to go out and change the ball game.
Well, there you saw Brian McCain get the first of his 2 touchdowns on the night. And then, of course, you saw Jaleel Richardson recover a fumble and take it into the end zone. Coach, we were down 13-0, and just like that, it's tied 13-0. That's the game of football.
Well, exactly. That's why you got to play the next play. You got to keep moving forward. Sometimes games start fast. Sometimes it don't go your way, but you got to sometimes will yourself to victory, and that's what we've been able to do. Once we get going, we're a hard team to deal with.
We're just talking about Leonard Tillery, Coach. I have loved this young man's second effort this year. He hits the hole, he gets hit, and then he twists and turns and gets another 10, in this case 28 yards out of a run. You got to appreciate the effort of Leonard Tillery.
He's running the ball, like a running back that has a mission and a plan. And I'm great. I'm glad he's on our team, and I'm grateful the way he's running the ball. And I look forward to seeing him do more of that.
You saw Pittman score a field goal. We're up 16-13 at this juncture. And, Coach, you know, I get excited when I see big hits in football, and your special teams have been delivering all season long as you saw that big hit.
Yeah, it was Malcolm Crockett right there, just really coming down the field and putting that Rydell on somebody. I think it's rubbing off on our offensive players as well.
Mr. Willie Quinn brings one back for 30 yards. You gotta love having a kid like that on your team. Again, talking about Brian McCain having a special night. He goes in for his second touchdown. Coach, right now the Jaguars are rolling. You're up 23-13. You get an interception right here. Everything is clicking.
Well, exactly. That's Contavious Preston there, a true freshman playing for us, making a big play. And it's just great to see those guys' confidence grow as we go down the stretch.
We turn his interception into points, and Tillery takes it in from 12 yards. Pittman hits the point after attempt. The Jaguars are up 30-13 in the first half. When we come back, we'll look at the second half. Stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
This could be your year with the Saints scratch-off from the lottery. Win up to $100,000. Enter the second chance drawing for a chance to win the Saints behind-the-scenes fan experience. Make this your year with the Saints scratch-off from the lottery. Win up to $100,000.
Cox has doubled the speed of our internet, so we will stream with abandon.
We will shop online for colorful duct tape while streaming True Blood on HBO Go and watching random tutorials.
Watch the kale, please.
We will stream the game. No, we will stream the games.
We will watch a bunch of videos about peregrine falcons because they are the fastest animals alive.
We are
Cox customers.
And we are now
Twice as fast.
We are doubling internet speeds. Learn more today at cox.com/internet.
You don't have to understand the physics of flying to fly easy. Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport.
Champions know adversity. It's coded in their DNA. But when that defining moment arises, champions embrace adversity, then seek to conquer it. We are Jaguars.
Scholars.
Warriors.
Family. Champions. And this is Southern.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show. We invite you to come out to the end zone Mondays about 7 o'clock, have some libations, have a little turkey wing and french fries, and whatever else the end zone is putting out. Coach, 30-13 at the half. What did you tell your team to keep them focused so that they wouldn't get comfortable in this game?
Well, it's easy, man. Everything, each game you have a different halftime speech, and it was clear that we focused on there's no rewards for a first half. I mean, that's really been our motto all year. You know, it's about finishing the job. It's about completing the task. It's about going out in the second half and continuing to play well and continue to get better as the football game goes, and I thought we did a great job of that.
Coach, your defense shut out the Delta Devils in the second half with no scores. You've got your team playing championship football, and that's got to feel good.
Well, it's great to have all our players back, having some consistency. They're playing well. They're doing a great job, and they playing with confidence, and you can see that passion and emotion. You know, we done won games where we've been behind at halftime. We done won games where we've been up. We done won games where we was down going into the fourth quarter. So a lot of different guys have played. So I think you're starting to see that continuity and starting to see a team that really believe it's supposed to be where it's at right now.
Coach, you had the opportunity to get Deontay Shorts a considerable amount of work in this game. You know, in the Alcorn State game, I believe the kid could have been a difference in that game, as well as having our starting defensive backfield. How good is it to have a healthy Shorts and all your team healthy at this time of the year?
Well, I just think it gives you that confidence, and you know, when you look at it, and I think when our players look at each other, you get to see the same guys at practice, and nobody's wondering who is going to play or am I going to be the next guy that they pull off. So I think when you get all that stuff behind you and you can move forward, believe me, it's a daunting task for any leader to face as much adversity as we've faced and still be in contention. You know, I just think when you look at other teams, and you know, one thing about me, I don't really listen to excuses. So this is the hand that was dealt. We got to make the best of it, and I take my hat off to these players and coaches for staying the course and believing in the process and watch it pull us through.
Coach, let's jump into the second half highlights of the Mississippi Valley Delta Devil games. Leonard Tillery, he rips one for 13. We come back, Shorts is in, he hits Quinn for 10, and then Tillery rushes for another 10. Coach, you're getting a first down a play. That's got to be nice.
Well, that's what we say, first downs equal touchdowns. If we can keep that going, we'll eventually get to the end zone.
Tillery rushes for 20, and then Shorts, he does his thing, and he's going to take one in from 9 out. Coach, Shorts adds a different element to this football team.
Well, Shorts can run, and you know, he's one of the better athletes on the team, and you're starting to see it. I think he's comfortable with it. When he comes in, we have a role for him, and you can see that he's definitely one of the better athletes on the team.
We're up 37-13 at this juncture. The Jaguars get the ball back. Shorts rushes for 11. He hits Altman for 10, and then Jarvis actually gets one for 13. Coach, those are some names that we've not heard a lot of. Jarvis. Altman had a good first half of the season, and he's starting to come back on. That's got to be positive for your team.
Well, to see those seniors out there, Altman's one of those seniors that I was glad to see out there on senior day having some fun. Jarvis is one of those running backs that's been out, but you can see he can run the ball. It's great to see all our talent playing well.
You see a good hit by Monroe, and then, of course, we get the ball back. Shorts hit Quinn for 13. Then Bracken rushes for 11. Shorts goes for 8. Coach, at this point, your team's got to be averaging about 5 to 6 yards a clip. You got to be pretty happy with that. You're going to run the football.
Well, exactly. I think you win championships by running the football. You know, it's great. We rushed for 321 yards. I thought that was a great day for our offense. And as we go down this stretch, we've got to continue to get better at running the football.
The Jaguars win the ball game 44-13. We spotted Valley 13 points and then came back and scored 44 to take the victory. When we come back, we'll talk about the Cox Players of the Week. Stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Did you know smoking and tobacco use damages nearly every organ in your body? Don't you think you deserve more than heart disease, lung disease, cancer? Stay away from the toxic chemicals of tobacco and smoking. Tobacco smoke hurts anyone who breathes it, including family and friends. Communities of Color Network supports a tobacco-free Louisiana.
To gain financial success, the first step is getting in the game with planning your retirement. With so much uncertainty in the financial world, it's crucial to have someone on your team that understands your financial goals and can navigate you to obtaining your dream to financial freedom. McLean Financial Group advises in many areas. We pride ourselves on strategic financial planning and serving our clients, a great combination to obtain financial freedom. Get in the game and let McLean Financial Group design your customized financial playbook and quarterback you to financial independence.
Where's my shirt?
You know, there is such a thing as too many choices. Like, say with shampoo, for example. I mean, I need clean hair, but I don't need 30 yards of choices.
Ready to go?
I look for something I can trust. With health insurance, same thing. I go for Blue Cross. You could wade through that .gov site, or you can do what I did. and keep it simple.
For self-service or free help from a Blue Cross agent, go to bcbsla.com.
I'm driving all day long, so I need a car that I can rely on and a dealership I can trust.
And that's Jerry Lane.
It's always been Jerry.
Their customer service
Is outstanding.
Jerry Lane keeps me and my family rolling.
Always lead to. You can count on Jerry Lane.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Coach, Cox Players of the Week. Every week this time we show and talk about our Players of the Week. Sponsored by Cox, your friends in the digital age. Who are the Cox Players of the Week?
Well, again, offensively, it's our running back, Leonard Tillery, had an outstanding day, closing in on 1,000 yards, and, can't wait till we get it. It's a great achievement for him. Defensively, one of our backup linebackers did an outstanding job, Rashad Turner. And on special teams, our long snapper and field goal snapper did an outstanding job all night long, Ohene Okuaku.
Congratulations to the Cox Players of the Week. Coach, after the game, Joe Dupree caught up with Leonard Tillery. He of the 27 yards shy of a 1,000-yard season, and they had this to say.
Thanks, Todd. We're here at Mumford Stadium, and man, the Jaguars had done it again, came victorious against Mississippi Valley. Now, one of the instrumental players for the game, he was in beast mode, running everywhere, was my man, Leonard Tillery. Leonard, looking great. I looked at the stat sheet. Before halftime, you had over 100 yards. How did it feel to have such a great game?
It felt really good. The offensive line was just doing a great job blocking. All of the holes were there, so you really just had to choose which one you wanted to run in. And so in the first half, we started slow, a few fumble handoffs here and there. And after that, I just had to get my head on straight. And so we came out in the second quarter, we just ran the ball great. Offensive line did a great job.
Y'all did indeed a great job. I saw that you had a little fumbleitis there, but like you said, you got your head back in the game. Coming from McKinley High, being here around the home crowd, how does it feel to play these great games as the Jaguars move forward?
It feels great, just knowing you have people in the stands that and that really care about you. A lot of times you go to other schools and you feel like that the fans love you as a football player, but to know that you have people in the stands that love you as a player and as a person is great, and it's like motivation for me.
Well, not to put you on the spot, but let's be real about it. Next game, big game, Bayou Classic, Southern, Grambling, big rivalry, 7-1, 7-1. Whoever wins takes it to the championship. How do you feel?
I feel great going into this game. We've watched film on Grambling before. We've seen how they play, and they play like a great team. And, we also feel that we're a great team. So going into this game, it's going to be a big game, but that's what it's supposed to be. It's the Bayou Classic. That's how it's supposed to be. This winner should determine every year who goes to the championship. So to see them on a high level and playing great this year is a great feeling for us because we love competition.
And the Big Cat is back. See you at the Bayou Classic and keep it locked to the Jaguar Football Show.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Leonard. And of course, we wish that young man the best in the Bayou Classic as he rushes toward 1,000 yards for the season. Coach, traditional open week coming off. We got a bunch of high school football playoff games coming up. Coach, which games do you plan to go see yourself?
Well, we're mapping that out. I think as we get closer to Thursday, we'll sit down as a staff and get on the road. I'm really just trying to get good game plans put together for this upcoming Bayou Classic and really get our guys, tuned in to what they got to get done, do some class work, and really just finish strong. I think this year has been a long year, and, we're just getting everything situated, but we'll be out on the road recruiting this weekend.
Coach, I feel that we're very deep. We got 2 or 3 good quarterbacks. We got 4 or 5 deep at running back. We got about 7 or 8 deep at wide receiver, and we're good at the defensive backfield. Are the linemen on the defense and the offensive side of the football the premium for this recruiting class?
Well, I think we'll get some offensive and defensive linemen, but you got to think now with certification, we have some guys sitting out. So we definitely get some guys back. We'll get some guys such as Thibodeau. He'll be back. He's an offensive lineman for us. We'll get Daniel Brown. We'll get him back. So we'll start getting some guys back on our football team that are sitting out. Wide receiver, we get Nico Talbot back. Injured-wise, we get Randall Menard back. So, the talent is there. I really think that next year's team has has the making with a few signees to be a very good football team as well.
You got to love it. The Jaguars are in good position to be successful for a while. When we come back, we'll look ahead to the Bayou Classic versus the G-Men on November 29th. Stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Five times, 10 times, 20 times, 50 times the cash. Get yours today from the Louisiana Lottery. Multiply your play.
Cox has doubled the speed of our internet, so we will stream with abandon.
We will shop online for colorful duct tape while streaming True Blood on HBO Go and watching random tutorials.
Watch the kale, please.
We will stream the game. No, we will stream the games.
We will watch a bunch of videos about peregrine falcons because they are the fastest animals alive.
We are
Cox customers.
And we are now
Twice as fast.
We are doubling internet speeds. Learn more today at cox.com/internet.
You don't have to understand the physics of flying to fly easy. Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Coach, our next game after our off weekend is our traditional grudge match against Grambling State University, our sister school to the north. Coach, Grambling is coming off of a 37-23 loss to Alabama State, their first loss in the SWAC. Coach, from what I hear, they gave away a couple of touchdown fumbles in the end zone. They gave away another touchdown. So to the G-Men, they should have won that game, even though they came away with an L.
Well, you just watch it on film, and we try to break down, what they're doing and try to figure out what we can do to have some success. They're a very good football team. I think it'll be a game that everybody want to see. We know what's riding on it. The winner moves on. The loser get ready for Christmas. And the good thing about it, it's a classic game. It's one of the biggest games on our schedule because it's the one we're playing right now. And our guys understand. They'll get ready. They'll prepare. But, we don't play the game this week. We got another week to get ready. So we just want to work on our preparation and see if we can put together the best game plans to go forward and get us a W.
Coach, Grambling comes in with a 7-4 record overall, a 7-1 identical record to us in the SWAC. And basically, what do they like to do on offense and defense?
Well, defensively, they're a pressure team. They get out there. Linebackers are very fast. D-line is fast. And secondary do a great job of covering offensively. They have one of the better running quarterbacks in the conference. He can throw it with the best of them. He's had a great year. He's got receivers that can catch the ball and running backs that can run it. So they'll spread you from sideline to sideline. It'll be a challenge for us, but, when you play in this game, you got to get up for challenges.
Coach, folks have been talking about this is the most meaningful Bayou Classic in about 10, 11 years. You got to love games like this, built on tradition, built on hype, and the best fact is it's built on an opportunity to go to the SWAC championship.
Well, I think that's why you choose to go to Southern is to play football, is that that one of the biggest games of the year is the Bayou Classic, and you get a chance to play a televised football game, and you get a chance to showcase to the world how great your program has become. And the second year in a row, we got a chance to play for a game that's meaningful in the Bayou Classic and give us an opportunity to carry some momentum with a W and give us an opportunity to try to beat a football team and move forward. We know it's another game after this one. Both teams are going to prepare. They're going to come in. They're going to play well. It's going to be highly competitive, and I just think it's a great game you would want to coach in.
Coach, growing up in North Carolina, did you know about the legend of Eddie Robinson?
Well, exactly. You got a chance to watch the Bayou Classic on Thanksgiving, you know, switching back and forth between channels and watching football games, because that weekend it's a lot of great football games to be played. And, you know, growing up in North Carolina, I had a chance to watch the Bayou Classic.
When we come back, we'll wrap up this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Did you know smoking and tobacco use damages nearly every organ in your body? Don't you think you deserve more than heart disease, lung disease, cancer? Stay away from the toxic chemicals of tobacco and smoking. Tobacco smoke hurts anyone who breathes it, including family and friends. Communities of Color Network supports a tobacco-free Louisiana.
To gain financial success, the first step is getting in the game with planning your retirement. With so much uncertainty in the financial world, it's crucial to have someone on your team that understands your financial goals and can navigate you to obtaining your dream to financial freedom. McLean Financial Group advises in many areas. We pride ourselves on strategic financial planning and serving our clients, a great combination to obtain financial freedom. Get in the game and let McLean Financial Group design your customized financial playbook and quarterback you to financial independence.
Time to get covered, Louisiana. And Blue Cross has a plan in every parish, every zip code.
No matter where you are, you're covered through and through. We got a Blue for you.
We're covered.
Lake Charles, North Round, Shangulu. From Venice to Vidalia, Bayou to.
We're covered.
Where you are, you're covered through and through. We got a Blue for you.
Call your Blue Cross agent or go to bcbsla.com and get covered too.
You can count on Jerry Lane.
At Jerry Lane, they rolled the red carpet out for me.
It's always been Jerry. Jerry Lane.
You know what? It's tradition, it's family, and that's what keeps us coming back to Jerry Lane.
Get in the lane, get in the lane. Get in the lane, get in the lane. Get in the lane, get in the lane.
We're a Jerry Lane family.
Always lead to. You can count on Jerry Lane.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show. Coach, as we close this week, the Bayou Classic is November 29th. The SWAC champion is December 6th. We are encouraging everybody to get out and early vote. If you're going to go to the SWAC championship, you're going to go to the Bayou Classic, go vote.
Go Jags.